Preparing to live stream the meeting.
Warning, warning, bullshit alert.
Can you hear that?
Yes.
Is
Okay.
that our YouTube notification on your phone?
Yeah. Did you hear that?
Yes.
Our
Okay,
other one
sweet.
couldn't. You could never hear it.
Well, it's
Cancel that video, Rusty.
Do what?
close out your
This
video.
content isn't available right now. What the hell?
It says it's being live streamed.
Oh, shut up. Something dinged. Oh.
Turn off your video, Rusty.
Why? Okay.
How else are we supposed to talk about you on the roof?
Okay. All right. Ah, jeez. There we go.
Did you find a breaking news sounder, Kenzie?
Yeah, but I gotta hook up my pad.
That's what she said.
Where is everything? I don't know what I'm doing.
How charged is your battery, Jessica? Your phone battery? Got it.
I gotta completely redo this board here, the soundboard. And who's in here now? I heard a ding dong. Hey, SoCal.
Hey.
Glad to see you hadn't burned up yet.
Hey. That's so lovely. That's so lovely. Kenzie, thank you so much. That is so effed up. I can't even nice. So, are you guys on air right now? Are we on?
Yeah, we're just waiting until we got everything together here real quick, so we got an idea of what we're doing. Maybe.
Okay,
I don't know
gotcha.
if I don't even know if I know what I'm. I don't even know if I know what I'm doing. Do you know what I'm doing?
You never know what you're doing, and I never
Oh,
know what
well.
I'm doing. Hi, y'all. Hi in chat. Hi, Timothy, Kathy.
So, do we want to start off with what's going on around you, SoCal, so that you can update the other people, since you're kind of a fan person of the show, and other people kind of like you, sort of?
Sure.
Because I can
Well,
show you, I got your videos up here to where I can pull them up here at a moment's notice, so that they can be shared.
Yeah, so it's just we have a fire. We have a canyon. Oh my God, look at my hair. Look at this. You guys, I know the hair. It's like got a heart going on up here. We have a canyon like across the way from us. And so there's my street, there's this next street to me, and that's a canyon in between. And there's a canyon even kind of
well, I can show the videos and you can let us know what's going on with them if you want.
just a fire. It's
Okay.
You can show the videos, that's fine. I mean,
All right. Are we ready to get started then? We think.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's see if we know what we're doing. All right, everybody. Apparently, I got my TV just went dead behind me, so I didn't notice that earlier. Before we get into what you got, SoCal, I do have to say, Kirk, do you remember back in the day when Doc was talking about the story of a cat and something happened to the cat, and this guy was trying to tell the owner how or what all happened with the cat?
Yes, he's like, you don't just spring it like that. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
gotta
I
gotta
mean,
ease into it a little bit.
right, right, exactly. I mean, the whole thing is it turns out that he was talking about the cat dying, and apparently he could have not drawn the story out so long, and just kind of jump to the part where the cat is just about dead, and start out with the cat's on the roof, so that the story would be shorter, right?
This is correct. Yep.
Well, I will have to say I'm going to start this out by saying that Rusty is on the roof.
Yep.
Just so that you know, here we go. This is the video evidence right here of Rusty on the roof, and it's on video. And here we go.
Oh my God.
Well, as y'all know, I've been trying to film in different places where I could possibly get arrested, but I think I found a spot where the cops will never see me.
See,
Hey, folks.
see, Rusty
Doing a Sunday
is on the roof, and if you look, my little cursor here is showing that he has alcohol on the roof, and we know that you can only consume so much of that. So I will have to ask, what do you think the odds are that he had made it off of the roof uninjured?
Well, law enforcement's not going to get him. That's for sure. They can't get up there. It's sloped.
Well, I hear laughing in the background. I will have to say this is audio right now, so I don't know if he's joining us from a room in the hospital. Rusty, how well did you make it down from the
You
roof?
made it. Oh, thank
Look,
goodness.
I survived. I survived. It was, I made it down. It was sketchy. It was sketchy. There was trying to transition, from on top of the roof back onto the ladder.
Wait, what? You transitioned?
Yeah, well, whatever.
Transition.
I did
don't say.
transition. It was scary. It was, it's like, when I was 20, I wouldn't have thought anything about stepping off a roof onto a ladder, and I just ran down it. But when you're 50, it's like, ooh, wait, yeah, something might happen. You gotta take things.
Well,
Yeah,
well,
I
how
know.
about now that you're 65 going on
I,
70?
I was gonna say, when did you go down to 50 again?
Whatever.
Stop it.
You
He
know,
doesn't look a day under 80.
you get older and you start thinking about things jumping out of the back of trucks or like you do it differently the older you get, and I was like, ooh, I don't I gotta, hey, hold on to the ladder, Judy. I had her down here. It's like,
So,
oh, you gotta hold the ladder. Yeah.
so talking about jumping out of trucks. So my father was very, very strict with us growing up. I was like 14, had to ask to cross the road, stuff like that.
Right.
He was very strict. So I wasn't allowed to ride in cars with friends and stuff like that. Well, I would get out of school earlier than my father would get home from work. Most of the time.
Right.
But one day, my friend Raj, this is back when you could ride in the back of a pickup truck, and you weren't the Antichrist. So I was in the back of the pickup truck, and he was gonna drop me off at home, and I saw my dad's car there. So I'm like banging the side of the truck, and I'm like, no, I go, you can't pull in there. My dad, I'm gonna get grounded and everything. I said, just slow down, and I'll hop off of the back of the truck. So I climbed was hanging onto the tailgate, had my feet on the bumper, and he slowed down, and I'm like, okay, he's going fat or slow enough now where I can like hop down and like run behind the truck. Nope. As soon as my feet hit the ground, my legs kicked right out from under me. I was wearing beige corduroy pants because it was the 80s, you know, and we loved the sound of the zick, 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 zick as you're walking along. And so I had a patch this long on both of my legs, my corduroy pants, and my knees were like shredded. And I'm like, oh my God, there's no way I'm going to get into the house. And thankfully, my father, when I walked in, was sitting on the couch reading the newspaper. And I kind of put my duffel bag like over my knees and just kind of snuck back to my room and took my. In the meantime, my legs are on fire. You know, there's blood everywhere.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I mean, if you're running fast enough to keep up, you're bound to have caused a fire wearing corduroy. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yep, that would have been a whole different. Yep.
All right, so my almost dying story is so my friends had just got their driver's license. You know, they had a cool car, and yeah, and we followed the bus home one day. We were hanging out the window and doing all this stuff, and just being idiots, and my buddy who was driving, so I got out on the window. It is a Camaro, like a '76 Camaro or whatever, and I got out sitting on the window, and I'm freaking, everybody, I'm cool, I'm doing all this stuff, and then my buddy like taps the brakes real hard, and off I go, like 30 miles an hour, off I freaking go, and I'm tumbling, onto everything, just knees, hands, elbows, everything, and and I'm like, oh God, I'm gonna get run over. Luckily I didn't, but then I popped up and I dove in the passenger window, and he freaking took off, and I'm bleeding all over the inside of his car, everything. Stupidest. He very easily could have run my ass over because I, rolled underneath the car or whatever, but yeah, that's dumbest
why,
damn thing I've ever freaking done.
This
Yeah.
is why women live longer than,
Yeah.
than men.
thank
No, actually, I have a story that happened not so long ago. I'm talking only a couple of years ago. It was on St. Patrick's Day, and in my family, St. Patrick's Day is very big. We always have a very big shindig for St. Patrick's Day. And I had the whole house set up. I had all the corned beef made. I mean, my party's happening in a couple of hours. And I'm very close with my neighbors. And one of my neighbors had a very long board, skateboard. And we lived on a grade. And we
Yes.
lived at the top of it. So I said, my neighbor came down and said, hey, you want to ride this down the street? And I said, yeah.
Sure.
And Bob says, please don't, because you're about to have a party and you're going to probably kill yourself. And I'm like, nah, I got this. I've been riding skateboards and never rode a longboard skateboard, but I used to longboard surfboard. So I'm like, got this.
This is
I get on
nothing,
the board. I get on the board. I'm not even a quarter of the way down. And at this point, I'm too far in the middle. I can't get control to move the board. And I'm trying to move my foot, but I'm going too fast. I'm going fast. And I can't move my foot. So I'm saying to myself, this is literally in seconds. Saying to myself, I have a choice. I either have to get off this board running because I'm going to crash into that truck because I can't move the board back. And I'm trying. I'm leaning back. It's not working. My feet are not positioned correctly. So I have the brilliant idea. I'm going to jump off the board and I'm just going to jump off running. Now, how do you jump off when you're perfectly still to like a 30-mile-per-hour run?
Yeah, you don't.
You don't. You don't. I jumped off and because I'm about to hit this truck that's parked on the side. I jump off trying to run and I'm running and then I'm not running. I'm bouncing and sliding down the road. My face literally went kaboom. You want to talk about whiplash? I'm surprised all my teeth didn't break.
Oh.
I went sliding and my face just went bang. And I came back up and I said, I'm okay. My kids are watching. Everybody, all my neighbors are out. Everybody's watching me. So I pick up the board and I kind of ran for it. There was a guard. So I was trying to run for the grass. Well, I didn't make it. But so I grabbed the board. I walk up and I said, I'm okay. and I'm literally bleeding from every part of my face, my elbows, my knees, and my kids are horrified. I don't know what I look like. I just know I ate shit. So I picked up the board and I explained to them what happened. Yeah, I had whiplash so bad that night I couldn't even attend my own party. Everybody's there, and I'm in bed like I'm going to die. It was horrifying. Chin, my nose, my face, everything, every part of me was road rash. It was so bad. And sorry, there's gonna be helicopters. Sorry, we have a fire going on and they're really low. So
Yeah, so Jen,
right there. I can
We
literally see
need
them
hold on. We got a news break going on that, right? Because SoCal's updating us on just exactly what's going on. Isn't she?
here we go, news break.
Direct from Southern California, SoCal.
Yeah. So so SoCal has put up some videos. I think Kinsey has them.
I got them right here.
Yeah, there you go. So like solo it so we can see it.
Can you see what's on my profile here? You see that one?
Yep.
Yeah. So SoCal has put out some videos. She's got some fires. She's in California Riverside area, and she was showing. Of course, we're looking at the ground. Wait.
Smoke off
This
the
is the
horizon.
first video. Yeah, this is the first video. I'm just showing you like, oh my gosh, there's a fire, and it looks like it's pretty close. And then this helicopter comes, like over my head, and I'm like, oh, the fire's closer than I thought. I was just trying to find out what was going on.
Yeah, I mean it's nearby.
Wow.
Look at the smoke.
Look at that. I mean,
That
it
is
looks like
not
it's right
good.
on top of you. So what are they saying? Are they talking like you might have to evacuate or what's going
Not
on?
not us yet, but they are evacuating some of the streets next to me. There's a canyon that's just right.
There's a canyon that's just right.
Yeah.
For,
and then she froze.
And
There we go.
they're back all over, so it must be flaming back up because I don't know why it's been quiet for a little bit, but
The water.
Now, is that woodlands around you, or is that houses and stuff over there?
so
Where
it's
the fire
houses. So the canyon is down here, and then there's houses. And when Bob drove, when I was texting him, going, "Hey, I think there's a fire really close," he came down the street, and it's right there down the street, and he said it's looking up to the back of the houses next to the canyon, which is one street over.
Wow.
So
Wow, holy
One
shit.
major.
one major street over.
Yeah, it's the housing track.
Yeah, but I mean it's close. So some of the videos when I'm walking, I think this is the one where I'm walking up the street. I'm
Yeah.
only about 4 houses up, and I'm looking at the back of
Kinsey,
that's the back of the fire. That's where the
Kinsey,
fire is.
you can solo yourself so that it takes up the full screen, pin it or something so that we can see it a little better. Right up in your top left corner, I think. Or right corner, sorry.
Military left.
Spotlight it or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going through, and I can't see the YouTube feed, so I don't know with the StreamYard if I'm doing this right or not. So.
All right, yeah. So.
So that's like 4 houses up, and I'm looking through their backyard to where the fire is. And that's the last video I shared. You'll actually see the fire retardant being dropped. I mean, and you could see it. It's really close. But it was been quiet for a little while because that guy dropped 4 times, but now it's busy again. So I don't know what. I haven't been out front to
like
look.
This makes me wonder. What do
He's coming from the
I
other
mean,
way.
what do y'all think about
He's pulling from Elton, or no, he's probably pulling from Matthews.
what do y'all think about California and not so they could control this with controlled burns.
Oh yeah.
And keeping things down, and California does not do that. I mean,
Well, hold on a second. There's parts that do. When we were in Corona, we have this mountain that's between us and Orange County, and they do controlled burns out there. In fact, that's where a lot of the fire departments also do practice. So they do that. This is a small canyon. It's not that big, and it's in the middle of a residential area. I don't know if you could do controlled burns there.
Can you show the
Okay.
link? I didn't see it.
He shared another link with me for another one. So let me share this to them. So
Yeah, this is the last video that she posted so far, sharing with all of us. So
Now, while they're doing that, did anybody get any of you guys get any of the effects of the Canadian wildfires that were going on? Was it last year?
Summer.
Last summer. Did you get any of the smoke or anything like that?
the I remember whenever it was going through, it wasn't like a whole lot of a smoke smell, but I mean it was just a surprising difference. Just exactly what the visibility that it ended up being.
Well,
That was
and
all we could smell for
we
weeks.
didn't know what was going on. Like Jessica walked out and she's like, "Do you smell baking bread?" Because it was like a sweet smell, you know. And I'm like, "No." And then we found out what it was, and it was
And it went on for weeks.
yeah, like
and it was hazy and
yeah, like sunsets were weird, and like just looking across where we have like a direct line of sight to like hills and stuff like that off in the distance.
Roger Rabbit says they got it in India.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I was just fixing to say, Roger Rabbit said they had the smoke up here in Indiana. So
And I was also going to say everybody wish SoCal safety, and except for Timmy, who said break out the s'mores, and Wombat Mommy, who said she could be in danger because of the amount of alcohol in her house.
right. I mean, Jen, you got a lot of alcohol. I mean, you'll go up quick, hon.
Well, it's not like it's Rusty's house. I mean,
True.
that's loud.
We don't need to talk about that. But so Paige said so scary, SoCal. Thank you, Paige, for joining us. Wombat Mommy, Timmy the Pilot, Kathy in the Berg. Love you guys. Baker Drinks, hate hearing about fires. I'm not ready for fire season yet. Baker Drinks, that is Miss Laura, wonderful woman. Erica's in the chat. What is up, Erica? Prayers for Erica. You know, she had family that was in an accident, and you know they were her. Just prayers for Erica for sure and her family. Absolutely. I hope everything's going well. I haven't heard an update other than things are looking up. Wombat Mommy, Timothy Ratliff,
and a happy birthday to Erica.
Yeah, and happy birthday to Erica. Of course, she's had to, she's got bad stuff going on. Timmy the Pilot, Paige.
Yeah, I mean, it was Erica's brother and his wife on there, and her brother came out of surgery. What was that, yesterday, or something like that?
Today, I believe.
Today.
And
He is talking, and he is...
That's which is marvelous. I can't imagine. It
Her
must have been
sister-in-law's on the sore side because she's got some broken ribs from the incident, but she's at least home. But going up and down stairs is a big pain in the butt.
Yeah. Prayers for that family. Geez, people.
Yes, for sure.
You gotta. You just got to look out. You got to drive defensively and look at every freaking car like they're going to kill you. I mean, you do.
Yes.
You just have to. That's just. I do in the big truck. Every freaking car that comes out and they look like they're going to pull out, I expect them to pull out. I mean, I just every red light, every freaking light that I pull through and I start to go through and I get the green, I'm looking both ways because.
For sure.
I mean, you have to. People will freaking run it, and they'll be on their phone.
Yep.
I just you just don't know, but
that's why I give you guys so much credit that are out there driving in trucks all the time, because I only go out one day a week, and that's the fire retardant, dude. So sorry if it's
no, you're good. We can't hear it, babe.
We're not hearing yeah.
But because the amount of people who just don't give a shit and don't pay attention makes me crazy. And I'm only out there one day. So that's why I give Kinsey, all the, Sean, all the, all the guys that are out there in trucks.
Rusty too.
Yeah, hey,
That's
Rusty,
Rusty
look,
too.
Kirk is
All
driving
of them.
everywhere every day, so as well. I mean, he's not in a
Yeah.
big truck, but
Hello.
She
well,
has
yeah.
it worse. She has it worse than me because she's stopping at every mailbox.
Yeah,
on the
mailbox.
True.
Yeah, she,
Oh my gosh.
everyone's-
And
Yeah, I mean,
people-
she's coming to a stop while people are wanting to keep going and not look up from their cell phone. while
And
driving.
avoiding Mennonites.
And, yeah,
And protecting
Yeah.
Mennonites in front of me.
So I just, you gotta, as much as I hate seatbelts, you gotta freaking wear your seatbelt. It will probably save your life. It
Yeah.
really will.
That and just paying attention, it's a complete different mindset. It's not just doing what you're supposed to individually.
That's
yes,
right.
that covers you legally. That doesn't keep your ass from getting run over.
That's right.
The mindset is looking around for things that can go wrong and
Everybody.
being aware of them.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Which way am I going
Absolutely.
off the road? Which way am I turning? What do I do if somebody comes up behind me when this car's
Yeah.
in front of me?
Yeah.
Always.
Where's my way out? If
Yep,
something
always.
happens,
Exactly
yeah.
right there, the way out. Because
Yeah,
I mean, every day driving on the interstate, somebody's broke down on the side of the road. Or maybe they're broke down. You don't know if they're stopping and going to pull right out in front of you at the
Yep.
last minute because you
Yep.
can't see exactly what they're doing. Or even if they're just walking around from in front of their vehicle, there's not a lot of space between your vehicle and that white line and them sitting on the shoulder.
Yeah, absolutely. So I've pulled over, I've had to pull over a couple of times, get out, take a pee or whatever. And when I walk around the front of the truck, I stop at the front of the truck and I lean my head out
sure.
because you don't know. I mean, you
I
could
deliver
freaking step out
packages
and somebody
across
be
the road. So it is.
Yeah,
It's
no.
peak.
Yeah.
If I gotta-
Yeah.
You know,
If I
like
gotta
Yeah.
stop on the side of the road like that, a lot of times I'll just go out the passenger door.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's easier because I can actually got the floor space to where I can go ahead and walk across, and I ain't got to crawl
Right.
over a
Yeah, I
console or
can't.
anything.
She
and
can't.
like with the mail truck, I keep 4 feet. I don't peek around the edge of the mail truck. I'm 4 feet behind because if I'm crossing, and the scariest part is when you're kicking open the back
How
to
do you
get
go
something
there
out
and
of-
it's there?
What's up?
Feel it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good, sweetie.
No,
Aw,
Jen.
don't
No,
mute,
she's
you're
still
good.
watching the fire people. She's still watching the
Yeah.
fire stuff. What's going on, Jen? Are you
Oh,
getting close?
so-
I mean,
No, I mean, two of those, they're not DC-10s anymore. I don't even know what they call them. They're smaller, but the one just blew over and then another one just blew over. I'm like, is it the same one or is it two? And there's two.
Just red
Oh,
label
there's
black.
three.
Well, the question is, are they far enough behind you to where we would see them in your video instead of using virtual background? Because you could share.
Oh, I could probably, but I'd have to put the camera going up. But anyway, Kenzie, real quick, I sent a link in the messenger, and is that live video? So you click on the video and you'll see it from above.
It's
Oh, here's another big one. Wait, oh gosh, it's too late to
was
do it.
was that to me in Messenger, or was that to the Zoom and
It was
Messenger?
to our group. So
Okay.
wow.
it's a link. So just click on that link and then click on the video.
I'm worried, Jen. Have you had any experience? Have you had to go through this before with the fire stuff? I mean, is that? It just seems like California, when the fire things happen, a lot of people have to deal. Have you had to deal with the fire stuff before, or?
Well, in Corona, like I said, that hill goes on fire often. We've had two fires of that. One really close to where we could literally see the flames, but we weren't
Wow.
Wow.
that close to my friends were. But,
July
um,
21st, 20.
Canyon is in the neighborhood. So how do you control that? It's literally all houses around there.
Riverside County jurisdiction.
All right, so Kenzie's showing the video. Kenzie, can you go to can you pin yourself or make yourself?
But he was big.
Drive. Going up the left flank here. You'll
Apparently, there's another one in Corona as I'm sitting here talking about Corona. Now they're splitting resources because we got another one going.
Yeah, Wombat Mommy says, "Get your go
Oh,
back."
there's the thermal imaging right there. You can see what's burning where.
All left flank. A
Wow.
lot of roads in there. Up at the head of the fire, several structures. Fire's kind of burn out.
And I
Coming
think
down to the
SoCal
shoulder
glitched
here, a
out.
little bit of heat burning towards those structures.
Yeah, she probably lost
Head
service.
back towards
Damn it.
the heel.
Because I want to
So
know what the
everybody,
weather is.
prayers for SoCal and that she gets her go bag ready and because you don't know. I mean, this
Make
could.
make sure you get out of there. It's
And
up to
video.
you whether you want to take Bob with you or not when you leave. Oh, there she went.
She'll be back. She'll be
Now-
back. She lost service.
Do you guys have a shit and get bag?
Oh, I
that you
do.
carry with you?
Yes. So Judy and I started doing the go bags like back in 2013, and periodically we will go through and like, oh, we need this, we don't need this. But yeah, we do have go bags.
And what do you carry in it?
So food, water. So there's and I know it's dumb, but we did it back then because we didn't know any better. So you could buy water in little bags, pre done, medical stuff, bandages, that kind of thing. What camping stuff. So like if you really had to break out, and do a camp. So there's a little tent type thing, and they're in big backpacks.
Now, is that with you constantly, or is that just to grab and go?
Yeah, so it was in the beginning, and we've kind of moved away from it. So it was in the car. There was two big backpacks in our car all the time. We've kind of moved away from that, and they're just in the house. But because I mean, you don't know what's going on.
Right.
The scary thing was, what was it, 2 days ago or a day ago, with the banks. Did y'all see that? So there was a lot of
Is that the
banks
Microsoft
worldwide.
thing?
Yeah, the crowd strike thing,
Okay.
and it shut them down. And Judy tried to go. She was on her way to work, and she's like, there's nobody, none of the credit card machines are working, and I don't have any money, and the truck's almost out of gas. And I was like, holy shit, what do you do? Luckily, she found $5 that I had hidden in the truck so that she could freaking put a couple dollars in and get to work. So you got to think about that. That come up, so that put us to thinking. Maybe we
Put 'em
need to
back in the.
get stuff,
Well,
get stuff ready, because you don't know if the
and
Hey,
banks go
hey,
down.
SoCal, if you got something else going on overhead, you should be able to hit the little switch button there on your on Zoom Air for your phone, and it should go to the camera on the other side. So that way you can see with your phone screen what everybody else is looking at in order to find the helicopters and stuff.
Yeah, I'm on my computer though, so
Oh,
yeah,
darn it.
I'm carrying my laptop around. But
Um,
you know how when okay, hold on. You know how when there's a fire, everything turns orange? Do I
right.
look really orange?
you do,
Yeah, you
you
do.
do
Yep.
actually, yeah.
That's
Why are you
how
so
it's how
close
it
to the
looks to me.
fire?
All right, so Whiskey Nature has entered the chat. What's up, buddy? I hope you're doing well. Timothy Ratliff, Paige. So Michael Ray said ammo and go bags with water bottles. I mean, yeah, absolutely.
And Timothy Ratcliffe said hurricane go season go bags.
Yeah, no,
Well,
absolutely.
and like
Um,
we live up north, and I travel all over like the south and west of New York, and so I have a camping backpack, like a big camping backpack with a sleeping bag, and I carry peanut butter and granola bars, and I have a sewing kit, I have
yes.
bandages, I have water, I
Yeah, 'cause you
have
Yeah,
travel.
granola bars and peanut butter is awesome. You're looking for stuff that's going to have a long shelf life in this
yep,
Yeah,
situation.
protein, long shelf
absolutely.
life. The money thing, that's one thing, Rusty, I didn't even think of because I could sock some money away in that backpack too and have that
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
that's
$10
one
or
thing that I
$15,
didn't even think
if
about.
everything, yeah, if everything goes down, I mean, literally a 10, $20 could probably get you a lot if nothing is freaking if no banks. I mean, when you think
Right.
everybody's paying with their card and stuff now, I mean, pretty much 10 or
That
$15, $20 could, really pull you out of a bad situation.
I mean, I definitely keep money at the house just in case banks go down,
Right.
and of course
but I
everybody
don't have it.
Everybody's not going to be able to make change. That's when you take Rusty's roll of $1 bills
There you
and
go.
instead
Yeah,
of going
yeah.
to that
$1
nightclub at
bills.
the corner of the block, you
Yeah.
keep it in the vehicle for emergencies.
There you go. I
That's
mean,
brilliant too.
Kirk's,
Yeah, we don't-
Kirk's
yeah.
go bag is like Last of the Mohicans. I will find you. I know it.
Yeah,
He will get back to me.
and like being New York and being the company I work for, we can't have guns. We can't carry guns on us in our vans or whatever. But I have a knife about this long.
Right.
I mean, I have weapons. I actually have a 1960s unipod camera mount that is
Right.
aluminum and goes from about this
It's
long
basically like a
to
police baton.
it's a staff.
It's a police
Yeah.
baton.
So I mean I do have weapons too in case I need it, and a walking stick. I mean it can be whatever. The money thing, I didn't think about that. That's
I mean, yeah. I mean, just throw it in there. I was still living in the woods. Said earlier, logging company cut down most of the woods around me. After last year's hot, dry summer, I was damn glad to see it. Yeah, I mean, yeah. You kind of got to look at the at stuff. At yeah,
I mean
trees
I have
and
magnesium to start fires. I will make it back to my house.
You will make
It-
it back to me.
It might take 3 weeks. The only thing that I want to get that I don't have, and I have one in the barn, is I have like the one way like walkie talkie radio things. And
yes.
I do want to put those. I do want to put one in the barn with batteries in the microwave, and I
Right.
do
So
want to keep one in my vans. Like
So
that's
I want to point you, Kirk, towards yeah, I want everybody to research this GMRS. So GMRS is General Mobile Radio Service. Anybody, you don't have to learn anything. You just have to buy the license from the FCC. But to have a GMRS radio, you need to do that. It is better than CB. It is better than walkie-talkie. It travels further. It's basically ham radio for non-ham radio people. So GMRS. Yeah, there's Wombat Mommy. If we take
Yes.
Rusty's roll of singles, what will he use for the strippers? We're not talking about that right now, Wombat Mommy. Still living in the woods.
Well, they're trying to feed their kids. Just take canned goods
Right.
and throw it at them while they're on stage.
There you go.
Oh.
Still living in the woods. My dad told me back when I first moved out that a man should always keep at least a couple $100 on them, which is not a bad thing, despite cards or checks. Absolutely, absolutely. I agree.
And I do have a stapler, Michael. And no, you don't mess with my stapler.
Yeah. Is it a what is it, a straight line? No, what is it?
It's not a red one, no.
Red line or whatever? I mean,
But
come
but no lie, we had a dude that worked for us in dispatch when I was
He was the
in
stapler guy.
Farmington. Jim, he was literally the stapler guy. I actually went online. We were flat broke. I was the one working. She was at home. I went online on eBay and bought the stapler and bought the coffee cup from the company there from Office Space, and I gave him the stapler.
I gotta have my stapler. You can't take my stapler. I gotta have
Burn
my
the
stapler.
place down. I'll kill all of you. Burn it all down.
Michael Ray says $200 in ones. I agree. I think ones and fives. I mean, come on. But Michael Ray also said ammo, smokes, or whiskey. So before I started on my bourbon journey, I did have a case of Jack Daniels, and I eventually drank it all. But
What?
What?
I like how he said that. Before my journey with bourbon,
Eventually, you drank it all. I mean, are we
Yeah, I
talking
did.
hours or minutes or what are we talking?
It
here?
was months. But I had got into my head, that something was going to go on, and whiskey and smokes is absolutely a tradable thing. And the other thing that I thought was, and maybe y'all think I'm crazy, but
Yes.
if you had pads and tampons, if you put like that, I think that would be a real tradable a real tradable thing. If it's something that you have, I think that men would absolutely trade to give their women,
Way better than Moss.
right? Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Ibuprofen, Tylenol.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Wombat Mommy, hush.
What?
Can somebody, Wombat Mommy, can somebody mute her? Jesus Christ. Rusty drank whiskey? No. Somebody mute her. Jeez.
Well,
I'm
everybody's a
having
moderator
internet
but her.
problem
Yeah. Thank God.
here and there.
What, dear?
So just in case, I was just saying that I'm having intermittent internet
you are.
issues. So sorry
That
about
was
that.
so perfectly timed
Cutting out.
for that intermittent
And the-
issue.
Yeah, you're doing fine, dear. You're doing fine.
Yep.
We're holding on. Chocolate.
I just
Paige
made a
Rockwell.
drink just to make it.
You're more
Chocolate.
flammable.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh wait, I
socks
hear
with
a helicopter.
tampons.
Let's see how close they
Anyway,
I don't see them.
It's 'cause
How is
it's
the
a
sky?
cute thing.
They're close. They're real close. I can hear them.
are.
I love you.
Kinsey, I love you, man.
Oh god, that's so funny.
oh, Erica, what is
They're
up,
all over.
girl?
Wombat Daddy says he's been trying to
Erica's in the
I-
chat.
for years.
Oh, I love you, Erica. I love you. Love you.
Yes, love you, girl. I hope everything is well your way.
Now, Rusty, I'm going
Yeah.
to put you on the spot here because I
Okay.
think you're well versed enough to be able to handle this. Because it's about time to change our discussion to remember a little bit of something here.
That's right.
And-
So Kirk, I'm gonna throw this to Kirk. The Warhorse Legacy, go, buddy.
The Warhorse Legacy. They are fostering healing in veterans, their families, and their communities. It is a North Arkansas only not-for-profit veterans organization dedicated to horsemanship, outdoor recreation, and networking. They offer their programs are free of charge to veterans and their families. They have a variety of programs, peer mentorship, horsemanship, and robust recreational activities. It is a veteran-centered approach at the heart of everything they do. And that's at info@warhorselegacy.org, and you can get more information. And it's tax-deductible donation. And
Absolutely, they are. So they were given a 3-star rating from Charity Navigator, which is a 501c3 watchdog, and to get that, they had to go through a lot to get that. So they got a 3-star rating from them, which is freaking fantastic. Please, if you can go over to warhorselegacy.org, give them a couple of bucks. Drop your coffee for one day. You can do it. You can do it, and you can help them out. That's warhorselegacy.org, warhorselegacy.org.
OffTrack Syndicate, bitches.
Hell yeah.
Now, I got a special project that I want the listeners to help me out with, okay? This is a nice little surprise. Here's a little bit of backstory of this, okay?
All right.
There's a handful of
Kenzie,
us
you
sitting
don't have a
over here
little bit of
behind the
backstory
house
yet.
yesterday. What's that?
I say, Kinsey, you don't have a little bit of backstory to anything.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah.
All right. So what is it, Kenzie?
Okay. There's a handful of us that's sitting yesterday behind the house just enjoying the conversation, all that stuff, right? And then my wife gets a text message on her phone
Okay.
from a California number nonetheless. And it's not SoCal because my wife doesn't have SoCal's number anywhere in her phone.
Right.
So anyhow, it's a question about something having to do with golf. And she sends a reply like, I think you might have got the wrong number or something. And then she's like, oh, I thought you were my golfing buddy, Jessica. which I don't believe it's the one next to you, Kirk, because this is somebody from California.
Yeah, play
And
that.
apparently the commentary is that a golfing buddy that belongs to this person apparently lives in Kentucky, quote unquote, which might be the reason for the number. Now, we got no clue who this is, no clue what's going on. However, I end up getting a text message from the exact same phone number.
Okay.
Okay, it was me. I'm sorry.
No, no, this is not you. You know how I can tell this is not you?
Okay. How?
Because apparently it was supposedly a guy that quote unquote texted my wife something to do with golf. That's the presumption here, okay?
All right.
Now from the exact same phone number, I get a text message yesterday said, "How was your Saturday?" So I reply back, "Who's asking?" And the next message I got was, "I'm Natalie. Did you forget to save my number?"
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah, that's creepy. I mean, I'm pretty sure that this phone number does not belong to a
No.
gender fluid. I don't think it belongs to a gender fluid person that can change at the drop
No,
of a hat.
so-
I don't know these days.
Yeah, so here's the thing. I have also got those kind of messages, and I think scammers or phishing,
Yeah, but have
phishing,
you and
PHI.
Judy got them at the same, like, within a day?
Minutes
Yeah.
of each other.
Yeah, I think I think they are trying to play the long game on stuff. It's like, oh, I'm gonna start a conversation with somebody, and then
Or they get a phone list.
Wombat Mommy wants to know, do they send nudes?
didn't.
They have not sent anything yet. But what I'm wanting help with is
What to do?
I'm thinking that this is going to be a good off-track listener project
Oh, okay. All right.
because I want to know what I should text back.
Oh.
I'm looking for suggestions. All that's on my end is I'm asking who sent the text, and it's "I'm Natalie. Did you forget to save my number?" So what's my next reply?
Oh, I
that I'm
absolutely say,
sending
oh
this
yes,
person.
I'm sorry, I forgot to save your number, Natalie. And I appreciate the nudes. Can you send more? That's what I'm saying. And Wombat Mommy, no, they didn't send nudes. But you know what? Do you want me to send nudes, Wombat Mommy? Because I'm saying I will. I don't want to, make the husband angry, but I will definitely send nudes.
I'm not looking for an instantaneous holy crap reply on there. I'm wanting to make this a long-term project here. Because a number of these listeners that we have over here, I would recommend that they send me suggestions via Facebook Messenger or something like that.
Right.
And we can build up a consensus and we can milk this thing and we can figure out just exactly how the conversation goes.
Yeah, I like it. I think you should send something. Yeah, we should definitely poll the audience. What should Kinsey say in response? Wombat Mommy definitely wants. She wants my nudes every day. Okay. They're coming. But
I get texts all the time from a Jessica asking to see my 9 wood and play with balls. It must be golf, right?
Wow.
When I flipped the camera, did you guys see the helicopter? I mean, you could reach out and touch him. Did you guys see it at all?
No, it was glitching.
No.
Oh, I stood up and turned
You
it. 'Cause I
tried so hard.
Yeah.
You
I
tried.
heard him, but I
The
couldn't.
internet issue is getting in the way of you sharing the pictures and your camera here. So
Unfortunately.
I heard him, but I couldn't find him. And then all of a sudden, he popped out from the tree. So that's why I turned it real quick. I'm like, where is he? First, I put it in the sky. I'm like, oh, there he is. So I don't know. Whatever.
Dang it.
There's so much air traffic going on right now. We got
No,
the spotters.
hold on, Timmy. I
Dude,
know,
There's another one.
Timmy.
hear
I
it.
know that whoever this is sending messages and everything is wanting to do something that is scamming related. Okay, But if I am creative enough, I can get enjoyment out of
Oh, there
this.
it is.
There it
You all
is.
can get enjoyment out of this, and we can distract this person by
Crazy,
putting their
darling.
attention on me and my number when they can't scam anybody else during that point in time.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
you know, so all right, let's back off and think about this for a second. So you know, with the rise of AI and stuff, you're probably not even talking. I mean, it's probably not even a real person that's sending this stuff. You know,
Probably.
really, it's
Oh no, it doesn't.
probably AI. I
Ask
mean,
if they'll hot to it and spit on that thing.
No. I agree with what somebody else said. You don't have Hawk Tue. What you do is you have the old school Pac-Man style.
No, because
Uh,
you never not hear
you-
Biden when you
that's what
say
it
that
does.
again.
wait, I want to know what
Oh, no,
Erica
no,
means.
Tori.
I want to know what Erica means by wombat. No, I mean, no,
The
come
rusty
on.
nudes. Nobody wants them. What are you talking about? I already got a
No,
whole
they
book of them.
absolutely look. The ladies are asking. I'm gonna provide 8x10 glossies. Absolutely. Hey,
No, they're glossy for a reason. We don't want to know what reason.
that's right. That's right. Oh yeah. Oh, anyway.
Did I miss in the chat because I haven't seen a suggestion on what to actually put in the text yet?
Yeah, ask if she wants the deluxe room package at Bellevue, Kathy and the bird.
There you go. Yes, put that in there. They're like, are we still doing the deluxe room package at, whatever? Just throw that in as a random freaking question. Yeah.
Odd sidebar: our first son was conceived at Bellhurst in a deluxe room.
There you go.
Deluxe.
I can't.
Oh, we're looking.
Ooh,
Oh, there he
look.
is. Look, there it is.
That's
Yep,
crazy.
right there. They went through.
We need to play Fortunate Son.
I see the hose hanging down from that sucker. So now he's got
There's
the
another-
hose before he did.
That's what the wife said. She said, "I see your hose hanging down there. You need to put some clothes on." And I was like,
Did I-
"Okay."
Did I do better that time? I pointed at the sky
Yep,
this time
you got it.
instead
You got
Yeah,
it.
we got it.
You
of
Nailed
in front
it.
of my head. Bob's like, you got to see the camera. I go, I can't because it's way up there.
A laptop is not exact science.
Hold it next to you like this so you can see, and then you can tilt.
Okay,
You don't need to hold it.
I'll try.
What he done is
Listen,
he
I
did
don't know what the hell
volunteer
I'm
to be the
doing. This
cameraman.
isn't like news
Tonight on
reporter.
Mansplaining with Bob.
So, Kathy in the Berg says Bellevue is a mental hospital in New York City. Is that where y'all went, Kirks? You went to?
No, it was Bellhurst. It was a castle.
Bellhurst. Okay, Bellhurst. Okay.
It was a castle.
Yeah.
What 8x10 makes Rusty's teeth look bigger? Absolutely. I mean, and it's in 4K. So, oh yeah.
You have to have
Whatever,
such a
Erica,
high
whatever.
quality resolution just to make sure that you can actually tell what it is.
Whatever. Look, guys. Donkey Kong said Kathy and the Bird.
Close back on. You're traumatizing the dog. Oh, man.
No.
No.
Oh God, y'all. All right, so you know what? We got news and stuff we need to be getting to. Kirk,
Oh yeah, we do.
What do you got, buddy? What do you
So
got?
I got a couple stories here. Only in America.
Only in America.
It's an AP story. A man convicted of storming the U.S. Capitol on January 6th has failed to persuade a judge that he was carrying a metal sword only to complete his colonial-era costume. So dude's walking around with an actual sword. Isaac Yoder has asked for his 12-month sentence.
Wait
to be
a minute. Yoder?
Yoder. Yep.
How did an Amish guy make it to the Capitol and carrying a sword?
Yep.
He
You
rode a
can't
horse.
trust them Amish guys. Yeah. Bob looks like an Amish guy. Does he have a sword?
Yes.
Yes.
Anyway, go ahead.
Bob, tell her to tip it higher, buddy.
Tell her how.
He was super low. He was below that tree. So I heard him and just whatever. You guys look it. Do I look like a damn news anchor? I don't think so.
No. So Timmy the pilot is going to bed. Love you, Timmy. Thanks for showing up, buddy.
Bye,
Night,
Timmy.
Timmy.
4 a.m.
Good
does
night.
come early. Weird
It
how that
does.
happens.
Whatever.
So, District Judge Royce Lamberth, boy, is that a judge name or whatever, explained in his ruling that an otherwise dangerous weapon does not suddenly become benign when included as part of a costume. Now, I disagree with that, because we go to the Ren Festival, or we have gone to the
You're
Ren
not
Festival.
allowed to bring your swords in.
You are allowed to bring your swords in. However, they do what they used to do in the Roman times, and they wrap string around it so that the sword can't be pulled out, and if the string is broke,
Gesturing.
Yeah.
if the string is
The public likes it.
yep, if the string is broke,
You really got to stop doing that, Kirk. If the string is broke, what about
I
it?
was getting excited for a second.
That's what I said.
I mean,
Keep
if the
gesturing.
string
The
is
public
broke, you
likes
can't
it.
unsheath it. We got it.
If the string is broke, that's what we call a damn Yankee.
yep.
But that's
There you
dealing
go.
with tampons.
Wow. Wow.
No, you didn't.
Can somebody mute him? Oh my god.
No,
Anyway, go ahead, Kirk. Go ahead.
All right. Next news.
Oh, that was awesome, Kirk.
Not a fan of Sheila Jackson Lee. However, she did pass away from pancreatic cancer, and so prayers to her family and everything.
Yes.
I would not
Absolutely. I did not agree. I did not agree with the woman's politics. I did not like, the things that she did or the things that she said. But yes,
would
yes.
not wish that
Prayer-
on anybody.
No.
Okay, tell me where.
Prayers for her family. They're missing her. They're hurting, and that is terrible. That is terrible.
Why you can't stream?
And
Oh,
we're watching.
Can't see it. It's black to me.
that's why turn around so you're facing that way. Look at the screen as like this.
More mansplaining with Bob.
Turn yourself around. Hold your
Yes.
You let me turn myself
Do the hokey
Around.
poke, SoCal.
Yeah, do the hokey pokey.
myself
SoCal.
There's a helicopter. Wait, where is it? Where am I? Ah!
There it is. There it is.
But,
There it is. There it is. SoCal
Oh,
guy.
you look at me, George.
And there is Bob. There's
Oh, wait.
Bob. Oh,
There's a whole bunch of stuff going on. I'm showing him the trees. The trees are lovely.
I'm not going to do this for you, but look. Hold the computer like this. Look at the computer. Come here and look at the computer.
I'm watching
No,
you.
come here and look at the computer.
I'm watching
Look.
you.
I got a perfect shot of the sky right now.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Now they're gonna have to see my mug.
Can you do that?
No, because I don't want to be on there.
You don't have to be. You put it over.
Oh my God. Okay, you're on here. Like
I
being
love this episode
bad.
of domestic violence.
yes, domestic. Jen is,
God.
This
I mean-
is just the introduction to it, right? We haven't hit the pivotal moment yet. We're still just getting into the story.
All right. Also in the news, a meteor streaked over New York City skyline before disintegrating over New Jersey. William Cook, the head of the space agency's Meteoroid Environments Office, said the fireball was first sighted at around 11:17 a.m. Tuesday. It passed over the southern part of Newark, New Jersey before disintegrating 31 miles above Mountainside. No meteorites or other fragments of debris reached the planet's surface.
There we
It
go.
moved-
All right. So we're
Body
going to look at a
snatchers are
little.
showing up.
There we
Not
go.
bad in the New York area.
People were looking up at more than the skyscrapers.
You have to have one broad enough, and it has to be right over New York to get all that attention.
Scientist Bill
Wait a minute,
Cook,
that
who leads
sounds like my
NASA's
neighbor that moved
Meteoroid
to
Environments
Jersey.
Office, is talking about a fireball.
Oh, crazy.
It was huge.
Crazy. And none of it reached the surface?
So it moved at a speed of 41,000 miles per hour and descended at a steep angle about 45 degrees.
Yep.
I wonder what that wide spot is in that trail on there instead of being smooth all the way to the end.
Probably where it's popping apart. Yeah.
Yeah, popping
Yeah, that's
apart.
what I-
All right,
that's
all
what I
right.
wondered.
Let's going to give it a little
One
more here.
bright enough to be seen in daylight.
Daytime fireballs are fairly rare, and New Yorkers got to see one this morning.
And boy, did they get an eyeful.
I got up. I'm looking like this way for about 3 seconds. It was
like almost horizontal.
Judah Bergman's Lakewood, New Jersey office surveillance video shows him getting out of his chair and rushing to the window.
It just caught my eye. I saw a fireball just streaming through the sky. I couldn't believe it.
He turned to the place where many of us go for answers, the internet.
I looked up pictures on Google, and that's pretty much what I saw.
Some witnesses.
Yeah, so yeah, this is news. This is News 4 out of New York. Yeah, so let's see what she says.
Claim that space rock charted a picture-perfect course right above Lady Liberty's head. NASA scientists, though, say they're not quite sure. Cook says they have only 15 documented witnesses. The fireball was first spotted over New York Harbor, but where it went next.
We lack camera data and satellite data for this event. I'm just going off what the eyewitnesses said.
There's a
There you go.
boomer angle.
Yeah, so there was a pretty big fireball, and everybody's all excited about it. And NASA's like, "Huh? What? Where? We don't know. We don't know."
All I can say is this is probably just the beginning of what we've seen so many on other documentaries like Species and Alien and other such documentaries. Something's going to happen here in a few months, and the world's going to come to an end. That's all I'm saying.
There it is. Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're bringing. Yeah. There it is. All right. What do we got over here? In the chat, too much. What? Too much sub. His attitude, attitude. I can't see. I don't know. Jen and Kathy in the Berg and Wombat Mommy. Who knows what they're saying? Erica. I don't know. Amen. Whatever.
And if you guys want to do a quick APR thing, I want to wish DMXDM a happy birthday.
Yes. Yes.
Maybe the OffTrack Syndicate blend you can go ahead and get and sample. I'm just making a recommendation.
Absolutely. Leslie Holker, we haven't seen her in a little while, but she absolutely adores the OffTrack Syndicate blend.
Or in just in the spirit of Rusty in his video we shared earlier today, maybe the On the Roof blend. I mean, we could recommend that so that just saying.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you do go over there and you buy some APR coffee, just put it in there that OffTrack sent you in the comment that you can send to them and stuff. Just say, OffTrack sent you. Look, good coffee isn't cheap. Cheap coffee isn't good. So absolutely go to AmericanPrideRoasters.com and help us out.
It's not that expensive either. I mean, you guys say that, but honestly, if you think about people who go and buy $5, $6, $7, $8 for a cup of coffee, and you're paying, $17 for a pound of it or something.
Absolutely.
And he made the blend better. It no longer tastes like ashtrays and urinal cakes. So,
well, I mean, it was the OffTrack blend. We had to start with purity.
That's right.
And we changed it.
Yeah, please go over to AmericanPrideRoasters.com.
All shizzle bitches. You're listening to OffTrack Syndicate, America's favorite shit show. Now sit back, light up a fatty, and chill.
There you go. Light up a fatty and chill with us. I mean, I absolutely endorse lighting up a fatty, whatever it is, cigar. Yeah, absolutely.
There you go.
And I know we try to stay out of politics and stuff.
No, we got to say it. We got to say it.
Politics. That's mini is poly, and then ticks is blood-sucking parasite. So we know what we're getting.
All right, but a couple of things. We had the RNC convention. They had Hulk Hogan. So we got to do the
Hulk Hogan.
Wow!
Why is it not ripping?
It's not ripping. It's not ripping.
No. See now, Kurt. Yeah, don't rip.
There we go.
There it is. Yes. Yes.
Oh,
You
I
you
need a
forgot
minute. Oh,
you
oh.
forgot to put a tear in every layer that you're ripping through, like Nancy Pelosi did
Well,
with
I,
the
didn't
You were
want,
State of
doing
the
I
Union
was
fine, but
I
you
speech.
was
got
getting
both.
both, and I didn't mean to.
Oh
And
God,
like
now
those
he's stressing
better,
out.
so I'm
So, all
done with
right,
it.
so yeah, getting into politics. So it was announced today Biden is dropping out.
Yep.
He is dropped out of that's big. That's
No.
big.
But what the problem with that is, and what scares the hell out of me, is that means I bet you Kamala is stepping up.
Oh,
And
yeah, absolutely. But
that's gonna cause, oh my
Well,
goodness.
she's already stepped in and said that she is definitely going to try to win the vote or whatever, and if she does, if she does, and gets elected president, that will be two presidents that's taking a shot to the face.
Yeah.
boo, boo.
No.
Oh, that's camel toe may not get in. Michael
No,
Ray
she'll
said.
get in because they have nobody else. They have nobody else.
No,
She's
they
gonna
don't.
get
I
in.
They
mean,
don't.
it all comes down to how much confidence you have that things are not rigged. You know,
Well-
like the blank game was.
No, I'm saying that she's definitely going to get the
That's
nomination. I
right.
don't know if she's going to get in as president. I'm talking about the nomination. She's going to get in. There's no other front runner.
No.
Well,
Yeah.
Clinton is pushing for Bill and Hillary Clinton are pushing for Kamala. Obama is pushing for
Of course.
Obama's been silent. That's
No.
no
Bob said
Obama.
something about Obama was pushing for Kamala as well. Didn't you say that?
No, I just said he verified the story. I
Oh.
was searching to make
He
sure.
verified this story.
I was.
I thought he got really
Yeah.
quiet.
No, Obama said leave it open to like the system or whatever. That's
the
what
process, the primary
yeah, the process. Yeah.
But Obama was being behind Biden and kind
So
of.
Erica says Kamala does not have Obama's endorsement, so she's done. I don't know. I just heard that Crazy Joe was out. So
Yeah, he said leave it open to the process and let the Democrat voters decide.
Whatever, they've got a little while, so they will feel out the reaction.
The donors, I can't see that. The donors' endorsement are the only ones that really matter. So that's what Still Living in the Woods said, which is true. I mean, the donors, yeah. I think Erica said, I think it'll be a brokered convention. There you go. I don't know. I don't know. All I know is we do not need another Democrat in office. We just don't. And I know that some people think that Democrats are the way to go. I guess I'm no. We do not. We need to move to the right hard to the right. But whatever.
But it's definitely different.
See, I don't know because like personally we live conservatively. We live conservatively, but the way I vote is 100% constitutional libertarian. Like I don't care what anybody else does. I don't in their bedroom. I'm the Ben Franklin. If it doesn't take money out of my pocket or break my bones.
There you go. Yeah.
I don't care.
Absolutely.
And that's the way I believe America should be. I think
Yeah.
the right wing and the conservatives take things too far one direction, but I think they both do. But and I think that's why personally, and then we can quit politics or whatever. I think personally that's why I did not vote for Trump in the first election because I was like, seriously, of all the people on this planet, these are the two fucking idiots that we have to pick from. So I didn't vote. Now, after watching his first presidency, right, I did vote for him the second time.
Yeah.
I didn't vote for anybody the first
Yeah,
time.
no, I am the same. I didn't the first time because I was like, no, this can't be real. But The second time I did, and I think
And the thing that I like the most is
I don't know.
the Republicans hated him as much as the Democrats, as much
Yeah,
as
Yes.
I
everybody
mean
tries
that.
to
I
forget
mean
that.
that's the biggest reason right there that
Yeah.
most people think that they should support him is because everyone has been there the longest and that everyone hates the most. Absolutely throw a forked fit of the idea of Trump being in office again, and I think that motivates a hell of a lot more people in what they think.
Yeah. No, it does. I agree. I think after this assassination thing, I think I think Trump is looking at the world differently. I do. And
His tone at least sounded different,
it
for,
does.
for sure.
It
He's still
absolutely
him.
does.
I
Yeah.
mean,
It
he's still going
absolutely
to be
does.
him, but I mean, for sure. But
I mean, if we could find a candidate that promises not to do a damn thing unless we got to get ready to go to war without wanting to, I mean that's the perfect candidate right there anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
and then the other thing on politics is TechRu, kick all things 2024.
You know what? If Techru was on the ticket, I would freaking vote for Techru. I'm just saying. I would.
And he did have his X reinstated, so it's at tech_underscore roof. He did get it back because
After
Yes.
the week I've had, I'd vote
Hey,
to take
hey,
everything.
folks, if you want to support us, you can go. So you have to go to our YouTube page. I have found out. You go to our YouTube page, and on the face of the page, there is a link, shop.offtracksyndicate.com. You have to click that link. I've tried putting it into Google, shop.offtracksyndicate, and it never freaking comes up. But if you go and you click that, you can go get us go get you a shirt. I've got them things as low as they can possibly go. 30-second Dick
Don't
Fire.
don't rip it up or stretch out the collar whenever you get
Well,
it. Okay, take care of it.
like Kirk. Yeah, you got to take care of it. 30-second Dick Fire. I have redone. I think it is. I think it's a good shirt. There's lots of good shirts over there. There's some mugs. I've made them as cheap as possible. We make like $1. Selling them. Just go over there. Click the link on our YouTube page.
Whose
Shop.
mug is on it?
OffTrackSyndicate.com, and there are some really good looking
YouTube
mugs
needs
over there.
Rusted Boob 2024.
Please, what is that YouTube page? What the hell is Michael saying?
Rusty Boobs 2024.
Rusty boot? No, Michael.
Polish them up. They don't have to be so rusty. I mean,
I
am I
know.
wrong?
I know 3 things to never talk about at the table: off track, family, religion, and you know what? We don't generally talk about politics, but I mean,
How do you? Yeah,
Or-
it was.
or religion, but we do have
Oh no.
we do have Mike Yehudi as our patron saint now that he's in heaven.
yes, Mike
And
Yehudi.
he would die laughing at that.
Oh, I miss Mike. He was a voice that always brought laughter. We love you, Mike. I'm so sorry you're gone.
So fucking quick.
Oh God, yeah. No, you're fine, hon. You
He
can
was
say
so
anything
quick,
you want.
though.
Yeah, it was fast, and
His wit was quick.
oh wow, he was on top. Look, I couldn't. No, I had to leave. Sometimes there was a couple times he jumped on me, and I could not say anything. I had to leave. I did. He just.
You're like, I lost.
I mean, he wasn't going to put up with your crap, Rusty. That's all it was.
That's what it was, and he would just beat me down. I gotta leave. Mike is.
He looked up, so you missed it, but it's weird.
We love you, Mike, and we miss you, buddy. But anyway, whatever.
But really, I mean, as far as religion and politics, not talking about those, I can understand depending on the environment. But if we look at it as a general rule for everything, doesn't it kind of the reason why we're at where we are today?
No, absolutely, yeah. It is. We don't talk about religion or politics, and it is exactly where we're at today. Kathy says, "Yeah, I miss Mikey," and Paige says, "Loved Mikey." Yeah.
Mikey was funny because in the middle of the week, out of nowhere, I'd get a text message from him with some meme or something that he found that was just god awful.
Yes.
I'm sorry,
Yes.
Kirk. You're going to need to replace that shirt because with the way that I see you right now, with the necklace and the cross and the stretched out collar, I swear, looking at your image, I can smell cheap cologne from here.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Crazy they can't hear
By
that.
Fabergé.
I can hear backyard.
It's like
You guys-
Dracar Noir, the smell of the 80s.
You guys couldn't hear that last helicopter for real? I mean,
No,
it's
No, we could.
Your laptop.
SoCal, if you want us to hear what's going on into your background, you're probably going to need to see if you can turn on original sound.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, the natural noise canceling from Zoom is going to keep us from hearing any of that.
Yeah. We don't.
SoCal. Now she's getting mansplained by Kinsey. And
Well,
yeah, it just keeps going on. Just keeps going on and on and on.
Hey, it's not every day that I can tell some woman in California what to do, okay?
There you go.
Okay, wait.
Bob's already been doing it for most of the show, though.
I'm trying to undo it. There. Can you guys hear this? I'm in my backyard.
Yes.
Yes.
We heard that. Yeah.
You guys hear that?
Yeah.
Yes.
They're literally.
Now you made the echo terrible.
So I think maybe I might have changed it. I don't know if I did, but I mean,
You did. So Jen, at what point do you start getting worried that the fire is moving closer? I mean, you're seeing more and more helicopters and planes. I mean,
oh, it's insane here. I think there's not only some news copters, but then we've got the Cal Fire copters. Then we've got the ones with the hoses. Then we've got the DC-10, but they're not DC-10s. I don't know what the new ones are called. We've got so much air traffic. It's crazy. But listen, I finally decided to have a drink because I'm like, fuck it. And we're not. I think we're okay.
I can't run that fast.
We're gonna go. But I do have one sober roommate. So, and I mean, I'm sober, but I just had a drink. But
So if you all have to
here's
leave
another
the scene, who's driving?
my roommate would if he has to go.
Okay.
We'll just take my van and he'll drive. So that's why I decided. You know, listen.
Wombat
There's nothing
Mommy.
I can do about this.
Well,
There's
no,
nothing.
there's not. But Wombat Mommy said earlier, like much earlier, you probably need to put some things together and get it ready, like important papers.
I do. I have it all in a portable safe. I have
Okay.
all my papers in one place. I will
Okay.
have my work computer. And the funny part is Bob saying, grab the photos. He's all, oh, okay, so you're just going to put that stuff. I'm like, do you know how many photos I have? I have the entire family's photos. I have photos from 1800s all the way up. So it would literally take me a truck to get all of the photos because I'm the only one left in this particular family that I got everybody's photos. Everybody's. It would take me a day just to get photos out. So I can't do
Sometimes you
that.
have to put certain things in a fireproof safe and hope nothing happens to them until you get back to your property.
Yeah, I don't have that. So unfortunately, but I mean, I literally have boxes and a full, huge 5x8 shelf filled with photo albums, photo things that I haven't even gone through. And then in the garage, I have probably about 5 boxes of slides. I mean, you remember how people loved the slides in the 70s. Slides. And yeah, so it's just too much.
Do what you can because I mean, a lot of whenever I was growing up in grade school, our family lost a lot of stuff, lost pretty much everything because
Another one. Sorry, hold on.
our house burnt down. Only thing that we was able to basically salvage was some silver for melted coins, a a clothes basket that my mother was able to get out from within reach of the bathroom window, and a number of things that was in the safe that they had over there in their closet. And the safe was the door was cracked open on the safe, so a few things in there got damaged, but it still protected most of what was in there. I still have my birth certificate that was in that safe now, and the corner of it was singed and blackened, but the rest of it's good. So I mean, that's one of the things that you want to keep anyway, and I guess it's a little bit more of a memento now of what it actually did survive with the scorch mark on it.
Yeah, so I potentially stopped our house. We were renting a house, and I potentially stopped the house burning down. Literally, I was sitting in the living room. I worked third shift, so I was home. It was early morning, and the ceiling fan was going. And I'm watching TV, and I look up, and it's like, is the ceiling fan turning slower than it was? I mean, I literally looked up at it. I was like, I don't understand what's going on. And it slowed down while I was looking at it, and then it stopped and then started smoking. And I was like, holy shit. And I ran over and I, flipped the switch off on the wall. And it just makes you wonder. I mean, at any point, anything in your home could freaking fail, and
Yes.
and that's it,
I've got a story about that too. So we were in there were these condos that were built or whatever, so they ended up being apartments. So it's like a condo. So I have 2 stories, 2 bedrooms, upstairs with a bathroom, fireplace. Downstairs is the master bedroom. I rented that one out. And my friend had my roommate had a very large the hell, what a fish in. Oh my God. Aquarium. Thank you. I don't know why that slipped my mind, but anyway, huge. All of a sudden, I'm smelling something burning. I'm upstairs with a baby, and I came down, and his room, I don't go in his room, but I can see smoke. So I think I popped in and I called the fire department. Anyways, the thing is just something just like nothing can start a fire. It's so ridiculous. I ended up calling the fire department in time, but it feels like almost like a war zone. Listen, watch this one. Listen. Oh my God.
So Tasty wife and I, when we were living with her mom at the time, and I had an alarm clock next to the
70s.
bed.
We picked it up at a yard sale.
Yep, and it was on the headboard next to the bed, and it melted down and actually started burning through the
sideboard.
nightstand.
Yeah,
the nightstand.
Wow.
And I woke up to use the bathroom, and I walked out.
Opened our door.
Like smoke billowed out. I went in, I peed. I was walking back into the bedroom because again, the room was filled with smoke.
The hallway was filled at that point.
I'm incoherent. Her mother smelled it downstairs, come running up as I'm just walking back into the bedroom going, huh, that's odd. The room's kind of greenish looking, and getting ready to climb back into bed. And she grabbed me and spun me around and
was like, what are you doing? Get out.
Threw me in the shower and turned the water on, and then went in and got her. And
I remember
put the
waking
fire
up
out.
and seeing the smoke billowing into the hallway and thinking it was weird and rolling over.
But with the smoke,
we were
breathing
gone.
it, we were like not there mentally.
And it was just the plastic on the face of the alarm clock.
And
it melted, and then it melted the lacquer on the sideboard, and the only thing that stopped it was my metal pencil case. It cooled in my metal pencil case.
So is anybody watching Rumble? So I know we're like most of the way through.
Cougar was in there, Roger Rabbit was in there, and then I think Roger Rabbit came over to here.
But I do not look like Merle Haggard, Michael Ray. Shut up. Merle just wished he could look like me. All right, I'm just saying.
Wombat Mommy wants us to make out more to pay money or something, but no, that's find a bigger paywall. That's
She needs
bigger
a
paywall.
hobby.
Wow, wow. So OnlyFans, so it's like the Kirks at OnlyFans.com, but we're not talking about that. Whatever,
But
whatever.
no, anywhere you're staying at, if it's even short time, if you're not just there for a single visit, if you're actually staying a couple of days or anything like that, you want to know where to cut power off at. You want to know where any fire extinguishers are at, and you
Yeah.
want to know where to cut the water off at. Because those are the things that you need to know if crap happens.
Yeah, I fully endorse not the tiny little kitchen fire extinguishers that you can get. You need to get the next size up, and you need this in your bedroom.
That helicopter.
Because if you get up and something's going on, it might save your life. Absolutely.
We have 4 of them around the house that I keep.
Yeah.
So we have one by the kitchen, we have one down by the furnace.
And make sure people know how to use them.
Right.
Yes, absolutely.
Because when you're freaking out is not the time.
That's right. No, absolutely. Still
And we're
living in the
probably all
woods.
guilty of that, not making sure our kids.
Still living in the woods says he just went to Rumble to see what the chat looked like and came back. All right, thank you, Woods.
Yeah,
Thank you,
Cougar
buddy.
Jackhole was in there, Roger Rabbit.
Oh, really, Cougar? Oh, Cougar Jackhole. We haven't seen her in a while. She's been.
She just hopped in to say hi and said she was hopping back out.
Yeah, I love Cougar. I wish we'd seen her more. No, Wombat Mommy, not Hank Williams Jr. Hank just wishes he looked like me. All right, let's just stop. I mean, come on.
Who
Yeah,
would they look like?
their
you?
wife didn't make them a hat that cool.
No, they didn't.
No, the hat's legit.
Mm-hmm.
There might not be anything else about him legit, but the hat's legit.
There you go. Yeah, the hat's legit. The thing in it is not, but I try. So whatever.
Wait a minute. What have you been putting your thing in the hat for?
OnlyFans. That's right, Wombat Mommy. OnlyFans.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a
Hit me
minute.
up. Hit me
Don't
up.
you mean your OnlyFan page?
Yeah.
Yeah, OnlyFan. I got one. And it's Wombat Mommy. And
That's the difference between his and ours.
yeah, there you go. There you go. Whatever.
SoCal, it's a nice forehead though. Get tip your
Thanks.
camera down.
Just thought I put it by the sky because that's where most of the helicopters are cutting through in so many different ways. I figured maybe once when they cut through there you go. You'll be able to see it. I mean, there's some big MFers out here.
Whatever. Wombat Daddy says Willie Nelson. No way. Come on, Wombat Mommy. I mean, he doesn't. No, he doesn't think that. No.
Yes, Scott Morris, that's right.
Baking soda.
You keep the baking
Lifesaver.
soda right by the stove. So,
Yes, absolutely.
so we had to replace a stove. Not that long ago.
Oh,
so
okay.
like right out of the blue, we had an electric stove.
Oh.
It was the burner type, that had the
Electric,
had the
Oh,
had the
yeah.
burners
Oils.
on it. And I was making spaghetti sauce, or spaghetti, boiling water for spaghetti, and all of a sudden we just hear this
I was in the living room and
whoosh, and then you start hearing like guzz, guzz,
And I was like, what the
guzz. So I don't know why the circuit breaker didn't throw, but I go out there and the stove is like shooting flames and sparks and everything.
That was scary.
Wow.
So I ran in and shut the circuit breaker off and then went back out there. In the pan, it had actually spot welded and punched a hole through the bottom of the pot that we were boiling water with. And then all the water was going down into the stove.
That
Wow.
made it better.
And then creating an arc.
I don't know if it happened the same way or not, but that fire I was talking about earlier, whenever I was a kid, that's what started our house fire where we lost everything, was the stove in the kitchen. And it was that kind of stove as well.
Yeah.
So, and then I tried, and our stove is like a stupid stove so it's like a
It's not a smart
7-inch
stove?
burner. It's like a 7-inch burner, and you can't find a 7-inch burner. There's a 6-inch burner, there's an 8-inch burner, but you can't find a 7-inch burner anywhere. Like I tried all the hardware stores, I tried online. So finally, I just went to there's a Restore store right by like where I work in Rochester, and I
Habitat
went
for
there.
Humanity.
We got one of the
That's the one I told you.
one of the glass top ones that has the ceramic burners underneath of it, and one of those needed to get replaced. But yeah, that one's much nicer, and we don't have to worry about it punching a hole through the bottom of a pot, and then shooting water down into the stove.
Right.
But I'd never seen anything like that. And why the circuit breaker didn't kick off, I have no idea. Like, that blows my mind.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah.
Is what that is.
Our circuit breaker here recently ended up halfway tripping. A stove pulls off of 220, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you got basically two hot lines going to it. And on the back side, a mouse went into the back of the stove and shorted out one side of those two phases. And the way that our breaker is set up, there is actually, it's the two different breakers are split apart and connected by almost like this U-shaped piece of flat metal, so that you can trip both of them at the same time. But whenever it tripped, it only tripped the one side and not the other. So we didn't know what the heck was going on with the stove. We thought that it was, having a short inside the stove itself or something. So we replaced the stove and got another one, and it was doing the same thing.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then we realized, oh, only one's tripped. We just bought a stove we didn't need.
Right.
All right, so I got some stuff to bring up today. We're in the last half hour here. So July 21st, some celeb birthdays. Cat Stevens is 76. Yeah. Cartoonist Gary Trudeau. Where do y'all know Gary Trudeau from?
I know him from somewhere. It sounds familiar.
Doonesbury.
Is that Justin's brother?
Very, that's it. I remember the comics. I'm looking at a newspaper inside my head right now.
He is 76 in 2024.
And
John
the Berkeley
Lovitz.
Breeze.
John Lovitz, he is 67. Yeah, that guy. Yeah, yeah. Let's see. Allie Landry, I don't know that name, is 51. Josh Hartnett is 46. I don't know any of these names. Vanessa Langes is 39. I don't know. So special events today is Legal Drinking Age Day. I'm all about Legal Drinking Age Day. It is also Invite an Alien to Lunch Day.
Those are in New Jersey now, right? Where the meteor landed?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
There you go.
I would definitely invite ET.
Yes, it is Junk Food Day, which I'm all about. Ice Cream Day. Yes.
And odd that Biden stopped his re-election on the ice cream day. Maybe that helped him through it.
That might have had something to do with it. He had to take care of priorities and leave the light work, like, running for president for somebody
Bill was like,
to handle.
Sorry, you can't be president, but here, you can have some ice cream.
It is also Tug of War Tournament Day. I mean, who doesn't love tug of war tournaments?
I got that wrong.
Oh, that used to be an Olympic sport.
What?
It would hurt
Tug of war. That used to be an Olympic sport.
It did, yep.
Wow. It is also Take a Monkey to Lunch Day, which...
Yeah.
Okay.
Judy, you need to take your husband to lunch.
All right. So, news attack. A survey finds that 95% of us share our passwords with friends or family. Do you share
Nope.
passwords with stuff with friends or family?
Only my kids, so they can get in the
With
computer.
one
So that would
person.
be
Well,
yes. That would be yes.
Yeah.
How about you, Kirks?
Yeah,
Family in the house.
I share the main password with her that has the password list of like everything.
And if he dies, I won't remember it.
Yeah, she won't. And
Hi,
it's,
Happy Bates.
You know, so this is also the same people who would never think of sharing their French fries. No, yeah, no, I don't. No, I get French fries.
Shit,
They're
you
mine.
share it all with
Stay
me.
away. Stay
So-
away from my freaking French fries.
Erica would say the same thing, by the way. Do not touch her fries. That is
That's
a
right.
no-no in
That
Erica's
is,
world.
yeah, absolutely.
so there's a restaurant, and I forget what restaurant it is, but on the menu, you can order. My girlfriend doesn't want anything.
That's
they'll,
what. Yeah.
They'll give
Yeah.
you extra fries and extra stuff because
That's funny. That's funny.
that is
That's
the
awesome.
best.
What's
Yeah.
That's the best way
Awesome.
to take care of it right there.
You know, if you folks, if anybody wants to call in, I guess I need to put
Here we go. Gonna have another like helicopter. Hold on.
I need to put the
Constant-
number up
Stick
there.
tug of war.
Here we go. There it is. 256-926. If you got anything to say or you want to, you know, talk about politics or whatever,
And-
please call in.
and
Rusty, say hi to Kathy Bates, please.
Oh, Kathy Bates is in here?
Yes.
Oh, Kathy, I love Kathy. She is so nice. I sent her a package because I wanted her
I
to,
bet you did. A
I
package of
did.
your
I
8x10
did.
glasses. We know.
I wanted her to handle my package and she did so
Both
marvelously.
fingers.
Just saying. Yeah. No, she
Sorry,
liked it.
Gabby. That's how he rolls.
Yeah, she liked it. That's awesome. Miss Kathy, love you, dear.
And Rusty, you did
If
celebrity
anybody
birth?
does anything like that for you there, Rusty, I don't think any of them's going to like it as much as you do.
Well,
just saying.
whatever. All right, celebrity birthdays.
Wait, Rusty, you did
Yeah.
celebrity births? We did
Yeah.
have a big celebrity death. Bob Newhart passed away.
Oh my God. I know. It was so sad. He's
Yeah,
so amazing.
Bob.
But he lived a long life, 94 or something. Come on.
Right, yeah. And
But-
you know when they said, what did Bob die of? Well, he was 94. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, it's
His heart stopped beating.
So,
It's
yeah.
There
It's
you go.
crazy. What a great, I mean, he was the deadpan comedian for sure because he always
Oh.
had that. I loved him. I remember
Yes.
being I don't know when the Bob Newhart show was on, but I really enjoyed it. And I don't usually like that. Well, yeah, I kind of do. I don't like dry sense of humor. Some dry senses of humor are really rough, but his wasn't dry. He was just deadpan. It was awesome.
my father was not a person that laughed at a lot of things. Bob Newhart made my father laugh to tears
Oh, I love that.
watching his show. So
I
that's
love that.
one of my fondest memories is watching the Bob Newhart because he would literally be laughing so hard, tears are running down his face.
That's amazing.
Now my mom was the other. She hated him. She couldn't stand Bob
Oh
Newhart.
no, you can't hate Bob Newhart.
All
And
right.
it was funny because that's the way there's no middle ground with Bob Newhart. Like
True.
people love him or are just like
Or they don't get him. I
don't-
wouldn't
you
say
don't- you
hate him,
don't
they
get
just
it.
don't
You
get
don't
him.
Don't get this.
All right.
Why
So,
Yeah. Wait,
so-
Rusty, wait for a second. Hold on real quick. Just,
Okay, all right.
just hold your pants for a second. Great on Johnny Carson. I know that I just watched when he died, when I had heard that he died, I had watched, it popped up that thing with him and Johnny Carson, and he had told Johnny Carson, I have subbed for you many times. I have been interviewed by your subs, but this is the first time I've actually been interviewed by you. And it was really great. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot
All
of
right,
fun.
so you know the greatest ending of any TV show was the Bob Newhart, the you know when he was doing the innkeeper thing.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all remember that? So
Yes.
yeah, so I'm gonna share this. This was the greatest freaking ending ever.
And I had never seen this.
Yeah, so here we go. And I'm gonna have to stop it a couple of times to keep from getting copyrighted and talk about it. But here we go.
You're all crazy!
Yeah, he just got hit by a golf ball. This is the end of and he's going down.
He's
There
out.
he is. All right, here we go. Here we go.
Ah. Honey.
So if anybody knows, the previous Bob Newhart show,
Right. Was not about the end.
No, it was not about the end. But here he is. This is freaking fantastic.
Honey, honey, wake up. You won't believe the dream I just had.
Yeah. Fucking amazing.
Don't you want to hear about it?
And this is where people my age or younger is not going to get.
I believe her name is Anne Plachette. Was that her name?
Suzanne Plachette.
Suzanne Plachette.
Suzanne Plachette. Yeah. So yeah, she was in the original
yes.
Bob Newhart show. I mean, this is freaking phenomenal.
All right, Bob. What is it?
Well, I was an innkeeper in this crazy little town in Vermont.
Freaking, I mean, the greatest freaking ending of any freaking show right here. Just here.
Just acting alone.
I'm happy for you. Good night.
Nothing made sense in this place. I mean, the maid was an heiress. Her husband talked in alliteration. The handyman kept missing the point of things. And then there were these 3 woodsmen, but only one of them talked.
That settles it. No more Japanese food before you go to bed.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, listen, here we go.
And I was married to this beautiful blonde.
Go back to sleep, Bob.
Uh-oh. Yep.
Uh-oh.
Well, you shouldn't have said that.
Here we go. Here we go.
Oh, Lord. You know where he messed up.
Oh, yeah.
What do you mean, beautiful blonde?
Go to sleep, Emily. You know, you really should wear more sweaters.
Just freaking phenomenal. Phenomenal.
God bless him.
The best ending ever of any TV show.
Yes.
I don't know. MASH was pretty good.
Lord,
MASH
the
was
last
good.
episode of MASH caused all kinds of sewage backups.
MASH was good. MASH was good, but I don't know that to call
as far
back,
as humor, no, I understand.
to call back to another TV show that has nothing to do with the TV show that you're in.
That was
amazing.
Yeah,
amazing.
it was epic for sure.
Yeah,
it was brilliant, and just the way they could move with it, like when the audience started cheering for her, and instead of just waiting to say her line, she yawns.
Yeah,
and then, musses her hair. I mean, that's
brilliant.
brilliant.
Learn how to improvise.
Brilliant acting.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, people in the chat, does anybody remember that? I remember. I was watching it. I seen it happen, and
I
do remember it. I didn't remember it till you showed it to me, and then I'm like, yes, I remember it now. I mean, it's been a while. When did they end? In late 80s? Late 80s, early 90s? When was that?
It had to be late. It had to be late 80s. It had to be late 80s.
So that's what I'm saying. So you're pulling, from when I was a teenager, and I'm like, that's been a minute, but when you showed it just now, oh, I absolutely remember
you
it.
know, I love the old Bob Newhart. You know, I catch myself watching it on what is it, Pluto, where you can see all the old stuff. The Bob Newhart,
Yeah.
Johnny Carson
Yeah.
on Pluto. To go
Ugh,
back and watch all
Johnny
of the
Carson.
stuff on Pluto is freaking amazing. To see what people were doing, and you know,
I agree.
it's like a time thing. Like
A time machine.
yeah, the one he had Rocky
No, and
Marciano
that's what I was saying.
on, and it's freaking amazing. You know, he was a boxer, you know, a big time boxer back in the day, and you know he had him on, and it's freaking amazing to see that stuff. Whatever.
And the one with Bob Newhart, the one that with Bob Newhart that I was talking about, like literally Johnny Carson had that wooden thing where he would pull out his cigarette, light a cigarette, had an ashtray right there. I mean, he wasn't gray haired yet. He still had some hair. I mean, I remember my godfather was a huge fan of watching his monologue. Now you have to understand my godfather was an older gentleman, and he would like no matter what, he always watched the Johnny Carson monologue. Every time I see this, like I've seen some stuff with Robin Williams and Johnny Carson. I mean, it makes me want to go back and watch all the Johnny Carsons again. I think I would appreciate it much more now.
Yeah,
As
absolutely.
you know, I'm sorry. What did Rusty say? He was a 40-year-old adult. Now that I'm a 40-year-old adult,
Yeah.
I know he said 50, but I'm gonna go 40.
Well, there's things that I've seen here
I think I'd
recently,
appreciate it
though.
more.
There's things I've seen here recently, though, that I know I should be old enough to remember, but I don't know if I feel like I'm living in a different reality or not, because from time to time, one of these classic things come up, and I don't remember it at all. And it feels like almost like I'm living in a parallel universe at some point, to where I must have come into existence to where it actually did happen, but it wasn't in my history.
Well,
you're so young.
It depended whether our parents let us stay up that late, Kinsey.
Well,
Exactly.
I mean, everything didn't have to be, staying up late. I mean, some things were during prime time.
No, not the Johnny Carson show. That was late.
Well,
That was
Johnny
late.
Carson show was late, but I mean, an example is that one of the things that happened on the Price is Right was some of those things.
Those are daytime, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, those were prime
daytime.
time. Those were prime
Yeah.
time, and then they became daytime. But Wombat Mommy brought up another good one, which is Carol Burnett show. I mean, oh my God, her and Vicki Lawrence, and oh my God, Harry and
Oh,
Tim
yeah.
Conway.
Yes,
Oh, amazing stuff!
No.
Amazing stuff.
Oh, stuff though. No, yeah, stuff people are not doing today. Absolutely, absolutely.
And what's funny is, like, they had adult stuff in it that kids would miss, adults would get, but it was, like, you watch.
It was entertaining for everyone.
You watch some of the even the Muppets. You watch the Muppet Show, and like, I was a member of the Muppet Show fan club, but you go back and you watch the Muppet Show, and like, there was stuff there that was clearly steered to adult audiences that just went over kids' heads.
But the same
But
thing.
they found other stuff funny.
But Kirk, the same thing with Disney films. If you ever think about it, you go and you watch like a Disney film or a Pixar film, right? There are things that you see as a kid you find very entertaining. As an adult, you find entertaining as well, because they hit all levels. It's amazing.
Now adults freak out over those things.
Yeah, but adults are weird, so F them all,
Some of the old outtakes that you run across from time to time, I don't know if they actually aired or not, but I mean, what was it? I think I don't know if it was Newlywed Game or it was something like that.
Yeah.
And the host was asking, where was one of the most, what was it, unusual
Strangest,
places unusual places that you made whoopee.
Yep.
Yeah.
And one woman's response was, well, yeah, I mean,
yeah.
he said he wanted to make whoopee in my I mean, is that unusual? You know.
Yep.
No, absolutely. Wombat Mommy said she would watch Laugh In, which was one of the very first. She would
Yep.
watch it on black and white. Absolutely, Wombat Mommy. So I remember, I distinctly remember watching MASH when MASH was supposed to be on. So we lived with my great grandmother at the time, and when MASH was on, nobody said anything. You sat down and you stayed quiet. It was a
Oh
black and
God.
white 13-inch TV. That's all they had. And by God, when MASH was on, you shut up and you sat down and you watched it. I have that distinctly in my memory, and I love MASH. Even though now that I'm older and you go back and you look, even then there was a lot of leftist agenda even then that is
Yeah.
put in there, but I still loved it.
So
Yeah.
until the ninth grade, that's what our living room TV was, a 13-inch black and white TV.
Yeah, yeah.
So you're talking 85, 86. I did not know Star Trek was in color until my aunt and uncle gave us their old, you know,
Color TV.
Honda's color TV.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because they had updated their TV, so they gave the old one to us.
Yeah.
Wow.
I had no idea Star Trek was in color. None.
That's
Yeah, there you go.
amazing,
Yeah,
Kirk. That's amazing.
that's awesome. That
But
is
Some,
that was
awesome.
when I was
some of the
9 and
later
found out about
episodes
color
of the,
TV.
Yep.
I believe some of the later episodes, I don't think they were filmed and put out that way, but I think that some of the later episodes of the Andy Griffith Show were converted to Technicolor or something like that.
Were
Yeah,
they?
yeah, I believe I think you're right, Kinsey. TBS I think is the one that did that actually. Turner Broadcasting I think converted them a
But I
lot of
mean,
them over.
I grew up watching all F Troop and Beverly Hillbillies, and
Yes,
Frank
yes.
Cannon and Chips, and
What about Ironside? Do you remember Ironside?
I don't remember
Of
Iron.
course.
Oh, come on, Ray.
Of course.
What was his name? What was his name?
What was the guy's name in Ironside, Bob? You know.
Ray.
Gunsmoke.
Raymond Burr.
Gunsmoke.
Raymond Burr. Yes, Raymond Burr. So he did Ironside, and then he did what was the other one? What was the other one, Dave?
Starts with a B,
Um,
right? What's the other one? The one, B one. I think it starts with a B anyway.
yeah. So he did two shows where,
I mean, he was an
yeah,
attorney.
he was an attorney. What was that?
Bob's thinking.
Maybe
Bob's good at this
No,
kind of trivia,
Cannon,
not me.
Mannix. No, it wasn't either one of them. Perry Mason. Yeah, Perry Mason.
Okay, I did watch Perry Mason.
Yeah, so
Oh,
yeah,
of course.
yeah, so and I don't know if it was, I don't think it was a spin-off, but yeah, Perry Mason, and then Ironside, he was in a wheelchair. So yeah, I remember Ironside. My grandmother and great grandmother, they were all about Ironside. Absolutely, Perry Mason. Yes, thank you, Kathy. I
So-
knew Kathy would know.
So Gunsmoke the other day. So I'm walking through Walmart and I had to grab some stuff, and just for shits and giggles, I walked over to the video section.
Yeah.
They have like all the seasons of stuff that you can get, and a lot of stuff they're doing is the retro stuff now. So Gunsmoke, they had a Gunsmoke one, and it's DVDs. It's like this thick
Oh, absolutely.
of DVDs, and I was
Yeah.
like, wow, that's. They ran 20 seasons.
Yeah.
20.
So yeah. So here's the thing. Here's the thing, Kirk, and I bet you probably don't know. They were on. It was a radio show
Yep.
long before it was TV. So there's like all of this context. Yeah. So we've in Zoom. We listen to a lot of old radio show, and Gunsmoke is one of them, and it's crazy. I mean, it's it wasn't the same guy in
Right.
the TV,
Yep.
but it's just good stuff. It's fantastic.
So one of the apps that I have on my phone is like old time radio. So when I had satellite radio, so our company vehicle or whatever, it came with like a free year of satellite radio. So I wound up listening to that, and one of it was like old time radio shows like Johnny Dollar and stuff like that. And
Yes.
and so I wound up listening to a lot of those. So there's an app, I think it's called Old Time Radio, and it has all of those old radio programs.
Yeah.
And I love them. I am
I
so
do too.
geeked out on them. I will listen to them all the time.
I freaking love Johnny Dollar. It's yeah, and there's a there's a couple of
how
them.
much younger I am than you.
I freaking love Johnny Dollar. Kinsey, can you put a link if anybody wants to jump in here for the after show? I won't be able to stay a whole lot.
Too long.
I
Don't say you won't be able to stay.
I don't know if they'll be able to click the link, but I can copy the link and put it in the chat.
All right,
So,
I'll try to
They'll have to copy it.
Yeah, I'll try to. Let's see.
You're gonna hang for a minute, Rusty, because
I know. I gotta.
people are gonna come in because of you. So
over here.
How are you doing so far? Is the fire going out? Do you know?
it seems like the air is much clearer, but there's still a lot of air traffic going on. So I know that there's another fire in Corona. There's another one over here, or it moved that way, but it seems pretty clear, kind of quiet right now. It's kind of lovely. Wait, there's a siren. And there's more helicopters. So never mind. But it seems like it's. I have to go to the front of the house to see where the fire is because the fire is at the front of my house. I'm in the backyard. Wait. So here comes more helicopters. Let's see if you can see them, and let's see if they decide to come on screen this time. But I'm doing okay. Thank you for asking, and thank you. Oh, by the way.
All right, so I'm pinning. I got it. So I got the link pinned. Kathy Bates, if you want to freaking jump in here, I would love to, chat with you after the show. We're coming up. We got 4 minutes. And Kathy Bates, she does a great little show. I think everybody should check it out. They're fun. They are fun over there. Wombat Mommy, I would love for y'all. Whatever, I roll. Scott Morris, whatever. Wombat Mommy, you can click it and jump in here for the after show. We're gonna hang around for a little while. You can hang out. I love hanging out with Wombat Mommy. She's so funny.
Okay, wait. I was trying to say something. Are we off air? Because I want to say something.
No, we got a couple minutes. We got a couple minutes left.
We got as long.
What I was trying to say.
We want.
What I was trying to say is
to a schedule anymore.
I know we don't, but I didn't know because my internet keeps going out. Yeah. So anyway, I wanted to say thank you, Kirks, for asking. I'm okay, it seems like, but I also wanted to just throw out a happy birthday to Erica, who is our Zoom family, who is our family. Yeah. Our Mojo family. Happy birthday to her. She did not have the best of birthdays because I think had some. Yes. But I just want to love her. And,
yes, love you, Erica, if you're listening. And
we
prayers.
Love you. We're thinking
if my
you.
prayers will work, I'm sending them to you, girl. I hope everything is okay with your family. She's got a lot going on. Wombat Mommy, Scott Morris, Kirk's Tasty Joe Hole. I don't know who that chick is.
Me either.
Michael Ray, Roger Rabbit. Thank you, man, for joining. Jumping in the chat every week. Thanks, guys. Kathy in the Berg. We have a lot of Patreon people are in here every week, and we absolutely love you. Whiskey Nature, I love that guy, and it might be a little gay, whatever. Timothy Ratliff, love you, brother.
Kathy in the Berg.
Kathy Bates, Kathy in the Berg.
Hey.
Any word on Barbara?
No, so I
didn't hear from her tonight.
No, we didn't hear from her tonight, and I don't think we heard from her last week. So
we heard her from her the week before, though.
Right. The week before we did hear. So yeah, we don't. I don't know.
There you go.
I love Miss Barbara. Let's see. I don't want to miss anybody. Thank you, folks, for jumping in.
Wombat Mommy, Wombat Daddy, Scott Morris.
The Wombat Daddy. Whatever that guy.
Michael Ray, Roger Rabbit. I don't know if you said these because I had left. I mean, Whiskey Maker. You said
Wombat Daddy. I hope it's okay. I'm gonna send 8x10 glossies. I'm just saying.
And he said earlier, Rusty, when you were asking if somebody could mute her, that he had tried for years to mute her and it hasn't worked.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I feel for the guy. That's
I do feel for the guy. Yeah. Thank you, guys.
I gotta make sure it's not a yardstick around here.
You're right.
You're safe.
Yeah. You in your little safe room.
Yeah.
He
is.
puts a thumb up.
Yep, that's right.
All right, so here we go, folks. Thank you. All right, here.
Night, peeps.
Here it is. We're going out. We're going out, and
We'll do your forehead, SoCal.
Grab the link in the chat. Come in, talk to us if you want to. I mean, some of us will be here for a little while, I'm sure. Maybe.
They're late to show out.